All right. Test.
Test.
Okay, so big news in the world of comic movies. So now we've all talked about how much we enjoyed the last Suicide Squad and the last Peacemaker series by James Gunn. So James Gunn, we know, really made his mark in the Guardians of the Galaxy first movie. He was fired from the project for some alleged behavior, whatever. They did bring him back smartly on Marvel to direct the third Guardians of the Galaxy, which will be out next year. He's also directing the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which we've had a trailer for recently. That will be out this year in November. So I'm actually looking forward to that. If you've not seen that trailer, by the way, go check that out. That looks like a lot of fun. Kevin Bacon is in the Guardians of the Galaxy special. I think what it is, the Star-Lord wants Kevin Bacon as a gift, or at least they take it that way, so they break into Kevin Bacon's house and steal him or something like that. Anyway, it looks like a lot of fun. But DC is, as we've talked many times on this podcast, just having trouble finding their way. It's just very inconsistent. One movie's okay, one movie's not as okay. There's not really any.
Peter Safran is the other guy, his partner that's going to be taking over DC.
Yes, thank you. James Gunn are the co-chairs and co-CEOs of Warner Brothers' new DC studios. It just, no consistency, whatever. And I think it's a good move for DC. I mean, it's just some of the last, those two things, the Peacemaker and the last Suicide Squad movie, in my opinion anyway, some of the best things that DC's put out in a long time.
And why?
Why is it? It's just...
I agree, but why would you say that is?
It's just, I like the whole feel to it. It's not taking itself too seriously. It's not dark.
There it is.
It's like the new Batman movie, that's okay. Batman is a dark character.
But that's not DC. That's not going to be those DC studios. That's its own, that's from
you're right.
Whatever. But that's a different universe, and that's okay. Like you said, that's okay to get dark in that sense.
Batman in itself, Batman's a dark character. He is a dark. If they had a lighthearted it's not fucking Adam West anymore. That was fine back then, but that's not what Batman is today. But like even the Justice League and all that, it's like these. It's not. It's just too dark and it's not fun. It's not that much fun. So it's lighthearted. He does an excellent job of blending in music. The soundtracks are great. Kind of takes it to a different level. I don't know, man. It's just the whole feel to it it's just a great vibe for me. So DC has so many great characters. There's no reason at all with the characters that they have that they can't compete with Marvel. And I think so finally somebody had enough brains to say, let's bring in some people who are true fans of this type of medium, right? They understand what it takes to create some interesting and fun, lighthearted and dark, also dark, comedy, stories. And let's do something completely different here and maybe tie some things together, get some consistency going here. So I think it's great. I don't know. I think it's a great move for DC. So I'm looking forward to what they were to do with this, going forward. So I don't know. What do you think, Dean? I know you like James Gunn as well. So what do you think about all this?
Well, if anybody listening or watching wants to go back in the archives, we have said this before. Actually, I think we said this quite a few months ago that James and we named James Gunn should be the guy to lead it up.
Yeah, that's right.
What DC or what Marvel has, they have a Kevin Feige.
Right.
They have one person where the buck stops here. They have one person who takes the credit and blame. They have the one person who says yes or no ultimately. And just like Star Wars just hired Dave Filoni to be that guy. all of these franchises need that one person to go, no, yes, you know what I mean? To hone and to hold the franchise. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what James Gunn and Peter Safran, I believe, are going to do. Is they're going to be holding people accountable, keeping the story structure the way it should be, and especially, as we know from his eyes, what he is capable of doing. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Nick, what do you think? Do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, you guys pretty much covered it there, but yeah, I mean, I agree.
Let's move on then.
It's a good move for them. I was going to say that the thing that that I like about the content we've seen from him so far is that they're not trying to do the Marvel model. They're not.
Right.
Justice League for me felt like they were trying to do a Marvel movie like Marvel, but you can't because they're the best at it. And when they did Aquaman, I don't know what the fuck that was, but I think that they were trying to do something like that. So, like, they were trying to have like a Marvel.
Wonder Woman was good.
The first one was okay. Yes, the first one was good. Yes, I agree with you. Second one was just I don't get the second
hear it was
one
dog
at
shit.
all.
I didn't watch it, but I heard it was dog shit.
Reason.
Yeah,
no
same.
Reason.
It kind of like everybody's reviews scared me away. I had every intention on seeing it, and everybody's like, "It's weird."
Same as Aquaman. I've never seen Aquaman because of that.
Yeah, me too.
Straight up, I mean, it's not even like it's like bad enough to where like
I wish somebody would have given me those things on Werewolf by Night. But anyways,
it's not bad enough to where it's like it could be funny. It's just like really bad. It's like in today, like it just the it's just horrible. The dialogue, the plot's dumb. The effects were not good. It's just the whole thing was bad. So I don't even know how something like that gets made on a major movie budget like that. It's just, I don't know. But we're not here to shit on Aquaman as much as that's one of my favorite things to do. But
well, we talked about the canceled Batgirl because I think it was, they were afraid of more public reaction like you just had. Like, what are they doing? This is just not good.
Right.
Well, they're saying that, I mean, everybody's, at least critics and whatnot, are raving about Black Adam.
I see that what I've seen is on that, it's like one of the biggest disparities between the audience review and the critics review in Rotten Tomatoes. So the audience is loving it, and the critics don't like it. And that's okay.
Interesting.
I would much rather go see a movie that the audiences love. I mean,
of course,
critics,
right?
The audience are people like us. That's who I want to hear from.
That's exactly.
That's odd because our listenership says otherwise.
Right.
No, I'm interested to see. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm curious to see Black Adam. I guess I was just saying I've seen nothing in that trailer that makes me go, I think this looks good. It's just kind of a bunch of nothingness, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, and I wonder if it was going to get a big reaction because it's The Rock playing the character.
Sure.
People love The Rock and blockbuster movies, and they'll go see it. But I just haven't. When they announced it, I'm first of all not very familiar with the character, so like that, there's no like anything about like the portrayal of the character for me in it, but I'm like, oh, okay, well, we got Dwayne Johnson playing a character. That's kind of cool. Definitely built like a superhero. But that'll be interesting to see him in a prominent role like that. But then I see the trailers and I'm like, I don't like, they're not showing me anything that's looks compelling. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something.
I'm gonna go see it.
I'll see it, but it's like because the stigma with DC. It's like I'm not like there's no reason like every Marvel movie that comes out, for the most part, I'm excited to see it, with the exception of the Eternals. But any other ones, I'm like, I'm interested. I'll go see it in the theater because it's a Marvel movie. It's probably going to be something good. Although there's been some clunkers lately with Thor and some of the other stuff here.
Yep.
But the last couple things I've been excited for with DC were, of course, the Batman and then Peacemaker. Because I was surprised how good the Suicide Squad was.
Yeah.
So obviously, people thought the same thing within DC, within Warner Brothers, and they were smart enough to make a move. And so I think it's got nothing but upside, I think.
Sure.
So, yeah. Okay. Yep. Good stuff.
As long as they continue to forge their own path and try to be their own thing, that's, I think, their best bet. Hi.
That's right.
This is Millennial Nick, along with Gen X Brian and Zennial Dean. Hey, if you liked that video, which we really hope you did, you should like and subscribe. That would be great.